a place in America. More Chinese came each day to claim theirs. Their presence was a surprise, an unintended result of the new, more liberal immigration law.
To be fair, most people in the community didn't recognize it at first either. By the time the law took effect in '68, overnight, in 1 year, suddenly the face of Chinatown was beginning to change. And this was very apparent if you knew Old Chinatown, because it was quite common to walk down the streets of Old Chinatown pre-'68, pre-'65, and pretty much know all the people on the street and say hello to various distant relatives. But by '68, '69, '70, you could walk down, there'd be whole groups of people, and you could realize they're recent arrivals, and they were families. They weren't necessarily people who came from farms and small villages. They were coming from more urban areas. They were coming from Hong Kong. These people were more sophisticated, more knowledgeable, certainly than the people of my father's generation who were literally raised in feudal China, or just the post-period of feudal China. So it changed everything, and by the early '70s, it exploded in Chinatown.
Everything started to change. The cuisine changed. Chinese Americans coming back into Chinatown to come for dinner, they didn't know how to order anymore.
People began to arrive who were skilled restaurateurs, who were professionals. They began to bring in food products and things we had never seen before.
The different regional cuisines from Hunan, from Sichuan, from Shanghai. Whereas growing up, all there was Chinese American food, chop suey.
The new immigrants came from Taiwan and Hong Kong, almost none from the Chinese mainland. The People's Republic of China and its borders were still tightly policed, though there were stirrings of change with the visit from an old enemy.
When Nixon came to China in 1972, that's still in the Cultural Revolution.
Like thousands of others, Benny Pan still lived under virtual house arrest.
I was specially advised not to leave the school, not to go back home, not to go any place. I didn't know why at the beginning. Later, some of the communists told me, because you can speak English. If you go out, if you met Nixon, maybe you will tell the truth to Nixon. Well, I don't think I can meet Nixon that time.
It was not until 1973, a year after Nixon's visit, that Benny Pan even dared send a letter out.
When I saw his writing, I was really excited. And I'll call all my friends, tell them the good news.
All across America, news was now trickling in of family members who had survived or not, of relatives broken by the Cultural Revolution, others born, their names and faces until now not even known. China's opening restored families, thawed a corner in the hearts of Chinese Americans that had been frozen for years. And by the late 70s, some travel in and out became possible again. It was 30 years since Benny put his sister on the train out. Now, he wrangled a visa to get his oldest daughter free. But his own request to leave with his wife was turned down. Their dream would have to wait.